Hello there. I'm just reviewing these ropeless battle ropes, a thing I never heard of until about a week ago. First time I've seen them, I've seen people use the ropes on like different sport training, behind the scenes, the UFC, things like that. But I'd never actually seen these ones that are just the ropeless kind. I mean, it's an interesting device. It's not bad. I tried to do a couple of workouts with it, and you definitely get a good aerobic workout. Of course, I need to work on my technique and get to where know all the different exercises. But yeah, it was pretty decent. I definitely got a good sweat, raised the heart rate up. But I'm no fitness expert, so I can't really comment on their benefit until maybe I've used them for some time, so not for just a couple of workouts. But as far as the construction goes, I mean, they're pretty decent. I do want to point out a couple of things. They have these little extra weights you can put on there that they do bill as a stackable weights because they are threaded, so you can put multiple ones on there, though it only comes with the pair, so you really don't have anything to stack unless you're just going to use one of these by itself. So that was a little something. Then there's also the but you do get, like I said, the weight's on there. It's not a whole lot. I can't remember what the actual weight of it is there. It's so many ounces or so many grams, but it was slightly noticeable. I mean, I put one of them on and took off the other one, and I mixed them up and closed my eyes, and I could pick them up and I could feel the weight until which one had the weight on it. So it was, it wasn't a significant difference, but it was there. I don't know if I can get you to hear this right now. This is a thing I noticed. A little bit of that click there. It happens pretty quick, pretty soon after using it. Because notice on these right here, this really is, as far as the what the device is. Oh, sorry. It is just a tube that's threaded on there, a metal spring with this cover on it, and it's just another cap for the metal spring at the end. So there's not really a lot of a whole lot of device. I mean, it's definitely just a pretty simple device. This thread's in there, and compared to some of their other models, it does have this rubber sheath on there, but it does kind of, it seems like it's maybe not long enough. I don't think it's meant to go down into the actual threads, but maybe just down into the edge there. But the problem is that you stretch that down, come on, get in there, and after screwing it in there, it goes down inside. So you get a little bit of a buffer there so that the rubber is not down inside the thread, but you only have to use it just once a couple of times, and you're immediately popping it back out because it stretches and rides back up the thing, and so you end up with a little bit of gap. And I think that's what's making the noise, either the rubber popping in and out, or maybe just whenever it's not down in there anymore, the spring itself is actually bouncing on there. Now, it's not a tightness issue. The spring's on there. But so, yeah, it's using it was slightly annoying after a while because you're maybe trying to count off how many reps, and you've got this little, yeah, there you go. I think it just has to do with that. So that's just kind of a weird issue. And also notice here on the handle, this little rubber grip around here, I mean, it looks slick and everything, but it's that's not even on there very tight. It doesn't take much just really pushing it in direction to see it coming away from the edge there. And so I could really see, I would be surprised if this doesn't come loose over time. I would say with repeated use, I would almost expect this to just become looser. I mean, it's not going to tighten up over time. So it definitely would have been nice if this was actually glued or attached or shrunken on there to be a tighter grip. So that has me a little concerned. And definitely as far as the value, compared to their other products and other similar products, this is so much, like 3 or 4 times more expensive than the other ones, considering it's just a spring and a metal tube, and compared to their other versions, this one has a vinyl sheath around the spring. I mean, as far as the quality, I couldn't vouch for the big differences there, but it's hard to really justify the cost. So, I think these would be a pretty nice, a nice workout device, but only if you could find them on at a lot cheaper price. This just seems like not a very good value, but it does seem, it's relatively well made, other than a couple of the flaws, and it looks nice. And if you don't mind the noise on there, the little sound, if that doesn't bother you, then they did get a good workout. I wouldn't don't know if it necessarily, some of the workouts feel like you're actually using a rope. You get the toggle version, but depending on what they are, you definitely get something. I'd say is as opposed to something like doing your workout with dumbbells. This is at least another alternate thing to use to maybe target different muscle groups. So yeah, not bad, but like I said, not that great of a value. Just wanted to make sure this was clear. I know there wasn't any instructions that I could find that were specifically related to how to do this, and maybe it might seem straightforward to other people, but I had to think about it for a second. How do you attach this, the wrist strap, to the end piece? And I'm not even sure if this is the desired way, since I couldn't find any images or diagrams describing it. But I started by taking this piece right here and taking the long end, which is a big loop, and you have a smaller loop. Take the long end and first put it through the smaller loop. And then take the end piece here, which has the two open ends, filter one through the outside, and then refilter it back through, if I can get it to stay skinny, and get through the other side. And then take the whole assembly already and move that through the bigger loop, and then pull tight. And now you've got a knot there and a adjustable wrist loop here that you can put on as needed. So I'm pretty sure that's what they meant, even though there's no instructions, and I could see how some people might be a little confused.